keep up with my tempo. Yeah, yeah.
The final word.
I just hit the Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah, I know we go wherever that wind blows. The endo.
The endo.
Don't step on the drill. Don't step on the drill.
The final word.
I know. I send all of my rap foes like they my tadpoles. Yeah, yeah. Do it up, C4. I just had to go crack now on my depot.
The final word.
Go bustin' like free throws. I do not miss no shots.
The final word.
Cheat codes. That's why I never lose. They can't predict my moves. I'm way too smooth, yeah. I just caught a groove, yeah. This right here, that Charizard, the fire in the booth, yeah. Had to go right back to it, yeah. If you ain't telling my money,
the final word.
The final word.
Hey, don't slip on the trip. No, 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 no. Don't slip on the trip.
Final word.
Tempo.
The final word.
Tempo.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word. The final word.
I want me some glory hole.
Don't slip on the trail. Tempo.
I like that one.
Can you keep up with my tempo?
Yeah, that beat go hard, G.
The final word.
I just hit the Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah, I know we go wherever that wind blows. The endo. Don't slip on the drill.
Don't slip on the drill.
Don't slip on the drill.
The final word.
I know. I send all of my rap foes like they my tadpoles. Yeah, yeah.
Tadpoles. Rap tadpole like my tadpoles. Wow. Okay.
The final word.
Like free throws. I do not
yes,
no
indeed.
The final word.
That's why I never lose. They can't predict my moves. I'm way too
Jerry.
smooth. I just caught it. This right here, that Charizard.
I want me some glory hole.
I want me some. That's a good little mix. The final word.
The final word. The final word. Don't slip on a drip. Don't slip on the drip. Don't slip on the drill. Yeah, man. No more slipping on the Tampa Bay drips.
Final word.
Shit.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word. Slide the final word. Yeah, man.
Don't slip on the drill.
Let's kick it off. We can go right into it, fellas.
Tempo. Can you keep up
There
with
it
my
is.
tempo?
Time to start the show.
Yeah.
The final word.
What's up, fellas?
Man, it's
What's
all
going
good, fam.
All right, man.
What's going on?
All right. Woo. Now, the OC, he's sitting there absent. He said 40 seconds. I guess that took him longer than 40 seconds. So, Law.
Yeah, good chicken. Yeah, it was good.
Big. We have not talked
What's up?
since the loss. So I think it's
Right.
appropriate to hear from you guys. I'm gonna start with you,
right.
Big. We want to get your final words on the game. and then we can just kind of go from there.
Well, first of all, what can I say about Dak? I mean, whew, that was amazing watching him just come right in after missing since week 5 of 2020. And just his composure of the offense, his handle, his grip of the offense. That's the main thing that stood out to me. Not just the passing yards, was the composure. He was just so composed. You remember when we saw Dak, he always looked composed, but it just looked like he was just like, you just knew this was his team. You just knew this was his offense. And the way he was commanding it, it was just like, okay, I ain't never got to say nothing about Dak. Now let's worry about every other component about this team. But I ain't never going to have to say nothing about Dak no more. You feel me?
Facts.
Like the Dak talk is officially, for real, is dead. I even heard haters who I know about the Cowboys, y'all, be inboxing me and be like, you can't put it all on Dak. Before it was like, Dak can't do it. They was in the inbox today. Hey, that was in my inbox, y'all. It was like, you can't put it all on Dak. Dak can't do it every time.
Now you want to hate.
Now you telling me Dak doing it all now. Before Dak can't do nothing. You can't put it all on Dak. He can't do it. I said, okay, so Dak's good. So I'm sorry. I got excited about that. I apologize. Didn't mean to take all the time. But I got excited about that. But just looking at the game as a whole, we banged. Should have won the game. Had some tough calls. We saw the call at the end. Hey, it is what it is with the refs. But we still could have prevented some things. The kicking game frustrated. We seen you got the new kicker, came back from they cut him and brought him back. So that'll be interesting how that goes. I call him the Leginator. Just really let us down, let the team down. Sorry, I'm not trying to put it on him, but dang, you had 2 missed field goals. I understand the 58 or 60-yarder, but that 30-yarder was critical. That hurt. And then to miss the extra point when just tied up the game and the minimum was going your way, man, that just really just hurt a lot of things. You feel me? And then I'm just looking at, the offense, hey, let me give my guy, I've been pumping him, Connor McGovern. I told you.
You're right.
Hold on, big. Hold on real quick. No. I got to ask you a question.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game James.
Game changer.
Hey, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Man, I love that sound. So, who your game changer, bro? Well, who your game changer now? Come on now. Cooper, Lamb, McGovern.
Man, don't even start this. Don't even start this. You already know. Don't even start this. I mean, just.
You feel me, boss? I'm not changing. I'm not changing. So can we go back to the game? Thank you, OC.
Okay,
I appreciate you, OC.
All right,
Way to jump in there. That's when you know somebody got you, but he just come in there, throw a big head slap to you, dog.
So now y'all don't want to answer the question.
No, I'll answer the question.
Hey,
don't even let
Big
Game answer the question.
All right.
What?
The guy that had the most significant impact in terms of big play, momentum swinging plays was CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is the game changer.
Oh, you
run after catch,
you
touchdown. No, you're reaching, and I'm teaching, Boss Cowboy.
You reacher.
That's what's going on this show. Just because Amari Cooper caught the ball and laid down a couple times, you want to make him the game changer. What all I'm gonna tell you is this: CeeDee Lamb had the first touchdown. CeeDee Lamb had run after catch. And listen, CeeDee Lamb is the freaking game changer. And I'm sick of talking about this every time we get on this show. You want to bring up and make an argument for Amari Cooper when it's clear the most impactful plays was CeeDee Lamb.
First of all, you've been defensive. First of all, you've been defensive because he was talking about Connor McGovern. All right.
You brought up,
I asked who is the game changer, and I said 3 people.
No,
I said Cooper, Lamb, and McGovern. So anybody could have just easily said McGovern.
You still threw him in there Because if we talk about game-changing plays, them two were the guys. But let's really talk about that because at the end of the day, CeeDee Lamb still had over 100 yards receiving. I think he had like 107 yards. He was targeted like 15 times. He caught 7. I know he had the 2 drops, critical drop that caused an interception, and he had another drop. But just like the OC said, and we've been saying, you notice Dak was still going to him and yards after catch. One of the good things about CeeDee Lamb is you hit him in stride or you get him where he can get yards after catch. That's where he can really do damage to you. And you saw when they went to that first touchdown with him, that quick shake move and you saw every time he got that first down, he was y'all seen that every time we get that first down, he's doing that. That's a game changer move. When he do that, that's that game changer move. You feel me? And we know here's the thing. We not hating on no Amari Cooper. I told you, he's the silent assassin. Man. He's the silent assassin. But the game changer is still CeeDee Lamb. The silent assassin is Amari Cooper. The game changer.
You know what, boss? You know what, boss?
Talk to him, Law. I'm trying.
Don't talk to me. You making it. No.
See, CeeDee Lamb did change the game by playing volleyball with the football. He gonna have to hold on to the ball because if he had not dropped that ball, then we probably be talking about something else. But I'm gonna give the young phenom his props. Yeah. You know, he scored the first touchdown. What he want, a cookie? You know, but it's clearly. Number 19 kept it mean for everybody. 13 receptions, north of 100 and something yards, man. Hey, the guy did change the game because they put their best DB on him, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Well, listen. Let me just bring peace to everybody, Rick. Y'all, look at those. Because I'm so happy.
I want to talk about the game.
I'm happy we can fight about Cooper or Lamb still, because it's still not clear. That's a good thing. You know what I mean?
You be fighting. You fight.
I do.
You be fighting.
Because me and Law was right.
And man, no. Here's the thing. When the other people don't fight and we good and we done and the other people keep trying to fight, that's when you know you lost. That's when you know you lost. When you always want a rematch. When you always want a rematch, you lost. We don't want a rematch with you because we done already beat you. That's why we don't want to talk about it.
We don't beat you. All right, cool. I'm going to change the subject. I want to change the subject, OC.
No, don't do it. Because you see subtly, sneakily shift the conversation. And I just want to point out your little tactic here, Boss Cowboy. Because you subtly shifted talking about, well, it's still an argument. It ain't no argument. CeeDee Lamb is a game changer. Let's move on.
All right, y'all, you ready now? Are you ready?
Can we talk about Hunter McGovern, please? Can I talk about
No, I got something else. I got something that's going to unify us. I got something that's going to totally unify us. It's going to make us brothers. So y'all listen to this, and we going to talk about this. Because, see, this going to also lead into your tweets, Big. All right? So check this out. I want y'all to listen. We going to talk about this because this going to lead also into the Chargers. Here we go. This is the day before the game. This is when OC and I, we was at Texas Live. Check this out. I think offensively we good. My thing is also who guys that got to step up on defense. Because the first person that I think about, to be all the way honest, is Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Lewis has some big shoes.
Explain.
All right. Antonio Brown, you know, they've been talking about his knee, but I smoke screen.
Yep.
And it's not a good thing when the number 1 receiver is now the number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things that I was thinking just today. Antonio Brown at his best had a 71% catch rate when targeted.
Yeah.
That's the highest all time.
Yeah. He's a machine, man.
So to me, if Jordan Lewis can hold him, especially in the red zone, to 50%, that's a win. So it's one of those things to where I want to have real expectations.
Right.
Because
I also believe that Antonio Brown is going to be Brady's outlet, especially if we start getting pressure. He go quickly go to the slot.
Right.
Obviously, we need also Brown, our Brown, to step up. That's who we need to step up.
Yeah.
And if he don't step up, I mean, they gonna be able to get easy conversions on us. So those are the top two people tomorrow. It's gonna be in the secondary to me. Most people say start with the front. I need those two guys to play that day above themselves. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So that was the day before the game, and I said Jordan Lewis needed to hold them to 50%, right? And Big Game James, I think it was today, came out and showed it. All right. I want y'all to check this out. Where he showed, because Big been killing it. If you ain't following Big on Twitter, you tripping. You tripping. We got a fast super chat. We go get to that. But he talked about slot corner Jordan Lewis was targeted a team high 10 times with a 50% completion against 10 out of 5. Lewis also had an interception and 2 pass defenses, players targeted in the pass game. So, but the other person that I talked about was Anthony Brown. And I saw Law put out some good stuff on him as well. And I just want to kind of talk about our secondary and just kind of go from there as we even lead into the Chargers. So I'm kind of done with my soliloquy.
What you want to talk about? I mean, it's almost like, I mean, y'all knew it. Y'all talked about it. We all knew it. We knew that we were worried about what was going to happen with this lineup with Evans and Brown and Godwin, and we wanted to see, we know Tom Brady's not throwing the ball 30, 40 yards down the field.
Right.
He's dinking and dunking now. That's what he's 44 years old. He's dinking and dunking. And that's what he did. If you looked at a lot of his passes, he didn't go out deep a lot. It was 20 yards and below, and they was all in that middle, and that's where they attacked it because we played that zone. And that zone was soft in the middle, and that's what he attacked it. He took what the defense gave him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when he saw some openings and when he saw some good matchups, but like I said, I mean, the safety trip, but at the end of the day, Anthony Brown, you was targeted 9 times, and if it wasn't the one trip, you still were targeted 10 times, and 9 completions were on you. You feel me? Yep. So it wasn't just one play. And then Jordan Lewis, even though he had 50% against him, Brady was still targeting with Godwin because Godwin was heavy in that slot as well. So they was targeting them two specifically because they felt like us think they were weak links. So we need to attack these guys. And guess what? They didn't have a bad game against them. Like I said, Jordan Lewis had 2 pass defense. He had the interception in the end zone. Then he had the fumble recovery. So one thing I like about Jordan Lewis that I don't complain about is that Jordan Lewis fights. He fights every single play. He never gives up. He's never, ever going to give up. And that's why I don't get mad at Jordan Lewis, even if plays get on him, because I know he's fighting. I know he's trying every single play. Anthony Brown, I think the thing that frustrates me, fellas, is that when you see Anthony Brown, when you see a play, I saw he got a little mad because somebody fell down and it he was probably mad because he was like, man, it's going to make me look bad on TV. Everybody going to be talking about me. Maybe he was thinking about that. Maybe he was thinking that thing at that moment, everybody's going to be talking about him because they ain't robots. They humans. They do still think like that on the field. You feel me? Yes. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's just like Anthony Brown. It's just like, I just feel like you don't fight. And I think that's my problem with Anthony Brown. He just don't fight to me. I just feel like he just don't fight to me. I don't see it like I see it in Jordan Lewis. I don't see it like I see it in other players. And I think that's the thing that bothers me. And he had the most snaps along with Trevin Diggs. He had 65 snaps in the game. Now, I will give him props. He did have 11 tackles, and he did tackle well in the game. If you watched him in the game, he did tackle well. So I'm not going to sit there and bash him. He did tackle well, like Dan Quinn said. But once again, these quarterbacks are going to target you. You got Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams, you got Jalen Guyton, who we had, and he's a slept-on player, and then Jared Cook, who kills Dallas. I don't care if he's older. He's still slippery. He still had 8 targets, 5 receptions against a Washington team, and Keenan Allen was 28 times in the slot. Mike Williams is talking about, I want big plays. I'm the new guy. So, hey, if those guys targeted you, Tom Brady, and you got a young gun who was 4 for 4 and when blitzed, like 5 for 6 when pressured, and young Herbert, it gets me a little like, where's Kennedy? He played 2 snaps. I mean, dang, I'm frustrated, y'all.
Hey, but shout out to Barry Church for calling that out, though. He said that was going to happen, and that is exactly what happened with Maurice Kennedy. And on top of that, with Anthony Brown, the problem is, this is the thing. He's not a man-to-man corner.
He's right.
Pause. You can break that down. He's just not a man-to-man corner. He's a zone corner. And he's a decent zone corner. Believe it or not, I know he get a lot of hate for that and a lot of flack for that. But the problem is he can't play man-to-man. It was poor technique when the coach said that he was in a trail position. And I'm sitting there like, man, I've seen kids in middle school, high school, and college play a better trail technique than what he tried to showcase. And, of course, we know that was Antonio Brown. But come on, man. You got to do something. You just can't give the man a free release. I just believe that heading into week 2, if they see number 3-0 out there, they're going to target him again. And I've seen some comment talking about the tight end 8 in the middle of the field. We gave them that. And that's just how that goes. Now, with Trayvon Diggs, y'all let me know what they going to do, because Keenan Allen, he moves inside the slot like Big Game James said, and on the outside. Will this be a game that they tell Diggs, go carry, go follow, go trail? Let me know y'all thoughts on that one.
Well, I take that because before the game with Tampa, I said it was wild and a wild idea. Matter of fact, I can pull it up, but I can tell you, I said it would be a wild idea, but they should take Diggs and put him on Evans, just like New England. But that's exactly what they did, and that limited him, And so I think but to be honest, I know you watched the game, Law. I watched the game with Chargers versus the Redskins. I know Big watched the game. I'm going to tell you, regardless, they going after Anthony Brown. Because, I'm being honest, because we know Keenan Allen, he destroyed us the last. Yeah, but they really going after.
I know, you're right.
They really,
right,
and I'm going
boss.
to tell you why. Because he killed us first last time, and when I was watching that game, Herbert was targeting the hell out of Williams, bro. Almost like he the new number 1. So
here's the thing. Before I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good?
I'm just bouncing off that right quick because here's the thing. Mike Williams had been barking over there with the Chargers like, I need to be focused in this offense. They were saying already in the preseason that he was going to be more of the focal point of the offense. That's why he was targeted so much. I think he dropped a touchdown and Herbert came right back with him, because he dropped a big touchdown early, I think in the third quarter in that game. Yeah. But yes, they've already projected him being the new number 1. Number 1 is because he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and he's young. And then Keenan Allen, you could see him morph right into the slot because he's so deadly with his route running.
Facts.
It's perfect for him to go in that slot because he can just kill you in that slot. Like I said, Keenan Allen had 28 plays in the slot. I think Jalen Guyton was next up with 12. But that shows you, and Mike Williams was only 4 times in the slot. He was heavy outside. So you see where they're going with that offense. Keenan Allen's going to be in the slot. Mike Williams and Jalen Guyton are going to be outside.
And Guyton, he playing with a lot of swag. Did anybody notice?
Dog.
He nice, bro. Did you see him?
I never wanted to cut him.
Camp. Yeah, we was in training camp. He was like him, that Guyton kid. Yeah. We can't let him go.
Me and Lowe was talking about, we was like, we cannot lose him, because that's when he was with him and John V. Johnson. And it was like, he's got size. And it was, I think he had a big touchdown too with Dallas. And it was like, don't cut this dude. And he went right over to the Chargers, and he's over there turning up. Now, I hate on no Noah Brown, but you're going to tell me if you had a Jalen Guyton, Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, that ain't feeling great. Woo. Damn.
Yeah, that would be feeling real good. And Terrence Artis asks, fellas, will Kennedy get more snaps this week?
Politics, man.
He should get more snaps. Should and will are two totally different things. He should get more snaps. And the reality of this whole thing is, listen, big game, back to your point on this. I am a fan of manning up on Keenan Allen because if you get him versus the wrong corner, he could go for 6. That's how deadly and quick he is in and out of routes. And I don't see more than 2 guys right now that maybe can cover this guy that we got. I think Diggs got a shot at covering this guy, and I think that maybe Kennedy got a shot at maybe covering this guy. Other than that, I don't think we got anybody that's gonna be able to cover this guy. That's my opinion. I want to bounce this off of you guys, but man, that's what my eyeballs see, and I'm scared about that guy. I would even risk putting Anthony Brown on Williams some because he's just a more of a bigger, stronger target. You just got to run, stay in his hip pocket. He runs all right routes, but he don't scare me nearly as much as Allen does in terms of scoring and stretching that field and getting first downs, in my opinion.
Right.
OC, I slightly agree with you. Disagree.
Slightly
disagree with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I do think we got a person that matches up perfectly for Keenan.
Okay.
All right.
Who's that?
Who's that? Oh,
really?
The Rook,
Yeah.
the Rook on 13?
Yeah. I'm not playing either. I'm dead ass serious.
No.
You dead?
No, but let me explain. Let me explain it.
business,
Let me
dog.
explain it though,
Break it down.
because it's not that he's not gonna likely lose. These are your big
The length.
guys. These are big receivers and route runners. We know we already know what's gonna happen with Anthony Brown. Who gives us our best chance right now?
Boss, I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
I disagree with that.
Let me tell you why I disagree.
I'm third that disagreement.
let me tell you why I'm gonna disagree with that first, and then y'all jump in there and back me up on this one. When I watched Wright in camp, I loved Wright, but Wright was better on the outside. When they put Wright in that slot, and somebody did a herky jerk move, and I seen Noah Brown put that boy on skates when I was out there in camp. He had him like he was like this. Noah did him like this, like he was a basketball move, and Wright almost fell, and not just once. He did that happened to him like 2 or 3 times, and I seen it in college. Now I love him on the outside, but in that inside with Keenan Allen with that route running dog, I love that size, but he gonna get cooked like barbecue all the way chicken if you put him out there. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is put an aggressive guy Kennedy, who's going to come in there with a chip on his shoulder because he's going to have something to prove. So put Kennedy out there because I'm mad because I have 5 interceptions in camp. They playing me right now. I want to show you I can guard Keenan Allen. Let me out there. Put me out there. Anthony Brown, you can't do it. I can do it. And once you see I can do it, or Jordan Lewis, you ain't stepping up and doing it, put me in the game, coach. I'm going to do it. And guess what? I'm going to make y'all think after this game is over. Tell him Kennedy.
I feel that.
And let me jump right on here, what I'm thinking about with Nushawn.
Yeah.
I would like him on the field, of course, but I want him on Mike Williams. I think
that's what I was saying.
Williams,
now
I
that's
thought you were
perfect.
saying Allen, but Mike Williams is perfect.
No, I want him to play left corner.
Okay, my bad. I thought you were saying slot dog, so that's my fault.
I'm
with you, Mike Williams, because that'll work. That'll work. Sorry.
Yeah. And sometimes he'll have to face Allen because obviously they go put Allen on him. But mostly I want him playing left corner. But go ahead, Law. What would you say?
I was flowing with you, man. Just like when he was covering, was it Chase against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 6'4", tall wide receiver. I think he's more faster than Mike Williams, but they kind of run routes similar. They round their routes. You can see where they're going with their routes, and I think that he did a serviceable job with Chase. So I'm looking at it like, if he goes against Mike Williams, I'm thinking that he can at least redirect, play a little bit more aggressive. I just don't want to see Anthony Brown on the bigger physical receiver because of the fact that Anthony Brown, he's not physical.
Soft.
Soft.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
and I'm gonna hop in.
Face off.
I'm gonna hop there on this one too. To both you guys' point, Nashawn Wright ideally will play against Williams because he can at least contest on high point balls with his length. To Boss Cowboys' point, and I see where you're going with that. My concern was I thought you were talking about Keenan Allen because anytime you put him on any guy with some shiftiness, any guys that got some stutter steps, you know, he gets weak in the knees. You know what I'm saying? Weak in the knees, and he can't recover and he can't pivot off quick enough. You see what I'm saying? So to me, if you got Allen, man, give me Kennedy. I like the chip on the shoulder theory. I'm gonna go with that, and give me Trayvon Diggs, who also got something to prove and want to prove that he the man, he the best corner on his team, and let's see it do what it do. That's my opinion.
I do want to let everybody know, as a quick reminder, that the anniversary of when Anthony Brown was beat was versus the Chargers. He was benched. Do y'all remember that? In 2017, he was benched the Chargers game for a Woozang.
Because I remember they had that last, they was killing. Was having fun. But, you know, after we finish this thing, I want to ask the OC something because it's been bothering me the last few hours. No,
go. What you got?
Slater. I know you're going to say Slater something.
Nope. It's about Zach Martin. This is about Zach Martin.
Let's go to that now.
I want the OC thoughts on Slater too, though. But go ahead.
Okay, we're definitely going to get that.
Yeah.
So let me turn the corner to that with y'all tweets because that's perfect. Perfect segue. So Law been doing, he been preaching the gospel. Y'all make sure y'all follow Law Nation on his Facebook as well as YouTube. And then Big been going in on Steel head.
Off the top ropes.
Yeah, I've been going on Steele's head like.
Man, you been on his head, bro. You been on his head.
I gotta go on his head. I'm gonna say something about Steele, and then OC, I want to ask you this question. But here's my quick thing about Steele, and then we'll talk about this, OC.
Okay.
You know, I'm not hating. You know, this Bosa had mentioned this. And this is no non-credit to Boss. This is actually credit to Boss because when nobody was talking about Terrence Steele, Boss was like, "I think the Cowboys should pick up Terrence Steele because he's gonna be a good backup." You know, because he's young. You can probably mold him. He got athletic traits. Here's my problem with this. You play better toward the end of the year. They put you in the preseason. I heard people say preseason don't matter. That's a lie. Preseason does matter. You were going against guys, but you weren't going against guys, but you were going against guys trying to make the team. You topped out at like 57 overall per PFF. Run blocking was 55. Pass blocking was 57. You gave up 2 sacks, 2 hits, 2 hurries, and 6 pressures. And this was against not guys. So if you was doing that in the preseason, what makes me think that if you did that in the preseason, you're gonna magically jump in the regular season and all of a sudden start doing this crazy stuff? And you're going against Bosa, who notoriously, he's the relentless dog. I watched him at Ohio State. He's relentless. He don't stop. He comes at you every single play. He don't stop. So what do we think? But OC, I want to ask you this. So I heard this dude named Joey Ice. I follow him on Twitter, and he keeps jumping up and down. And this is no Ix, whatever. I apologize. I ain't no diss to him or whatever, but he's like, well, Zach, y'all want Zach Martin to switch to tackle, but he playing guard, and if he switched to tackle, he gonna get hurt. He got hurt before. And I need to ask you, because you played offensive tackle, correct? Is it that big of a switch? He played right guard going to right tackle. Is it gonna mess your body up? Will you get injured, or is he just talking out his neck? Because we're hearing how Zach Martin keeps balking and not going to tackle. Why, in your opinion?
Yeah, man. I mean, big mouth, man. So it's gonna take me a couple minutes to get through everything you said. Now, it's cool. So as it relates to Terrence Steele, man, Terrence Steele is a backup tackle. He has made leaps and bounds. And and I was driving in my car, and I'm glad you asked me about Terrence Steele. And I was thinking today, I said, man, God must have a real special plan for Terrence Steele, because they putting this boy out here at right tackle against Bosa, and he's gonna get 8 unless they're in 21 personnel. He's gonna get 8. All right, so you heard it here first. He's gonna get 8 eaten alive, man. He's not ready for that yet. He doesn't have the hip mobility. He doesn't have the strength, and his hands are not good enough in terms of replacing his hands, getting them inside, and actually targeting Bosa, because a player like Bosa that has bend and it has a lot of aggression, you got to be able to hard set him with strength in the lower body, and you also got to be able to direct him with real strong hands. So Terrence Steele needs some more cooking before you're ready for that. Now, as it relates to Zach Martin don't want to go to that right tackle, because if he has any type of ankle, knee, anything going on, then he has to face a quick defensive end in space. And so playing tackle versus playing guard, that's like having a house with no insulation, baby. You ain't got nobody to help you, baby. You all by yourself. And the thing is, as it relates to hard on your body, your likelihood will probably more so happen at a guard position than the tackle position, because you're bunched between two guys and you're going to have more direct head-to-head collisions a lot more often than you would at a right tackle position. So, in my opinion, Zach should go to right tackle this game. Go ahead and put Connor McGovern. He did good enough against Sue and against the freak. I forget his name now.
Vita Vea.
Yeah, Vita Vea. I mean, like he's like the Samoan with super strength. It's like, man, you're not gonna face another guy like that all year unless you get to the playoffs. Yeah, you ain't gonna face another guy like that. So the good news is you're not gonna face dudes like Sue. You ain't gonna face dudes like Vita Vea every week. Like very, very, very here and there, you'll face dudes like that. So I think that Zach don't want to deal with the pressure of that one-on-one pass pro. So he just wants to play his natural position and let Terrence Steele get out there and let him go ahead and get baked. I mean, to me, that's what that says. Unless, and I pray and I hope he hears this show, that our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, has a strategic plan of action to chip block and to help, or instead of a free release if you get into 21 personnel, which will help out the young tackle.
Check this
Man,
out.
my goodness.
Real quick. Let me just show this real quick, because Big laid out I'm telling y'all, Big and Law, they've been killing Twitter lately. Killing it. They've been laying out jewels and nuggets and wisdom that you just got to pay attention to or you will miss it. So check this out. Big said, do y'all remember when the Browns was about to play Dallas? And it was like, you really going to have Steele against Myles Garrett one-on-one? Yep. What happened? First few plays, the smackdown. Hey, they know better than me, though. See, that's real. Cause see, we over here thinking, oh, they will not put Steele out there
by himself against Myles Garrett.
They did it to Myles Garrett.
And the craziest thing is that Jerry Jones said they're gonna start Steele, and Steele will do a wonderful job or a good job. Like, come on, man! Like, according to who? Come on,
they said it that
game bust out of a wet paper bag. On top of that, I said I don't want Terrence Steele nor Todd Nasucky. I put their names together. Terrence Nasucky. I don't want these guys out there on the field trying to protect my I'm gonna say it like my granddaddy used to say, $160 million quarterback. Come on, that is committing football suicide. You got to put your best five out there. Now, this sounds a little selfish to me about Zach Martin not wanting to play.
Yes, selfish.
Zach Martin. Hey, I know he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, but damn it, sometimes you got to take care of your team. You got to jump on the live grenade. What the hell are you thinking about saying that I'm not ready to play right tackle? Come on, you want Terrence Nasucky out there? Come on, man. Come on, Zach Martin.
See, boss cowboy, you won't let me.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Go Skrill, drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to
See, boss cowboy won't let me call nobody names. You see, you just said the man was the Nasucky. That was awesome. That was classic. I said Boo Boo Brown on the show. I got it. I'm just messing with boss cowboy. I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
No name calling. No name
calling.
Well,
I apologize.
He might be on the show. That's why. He might be on the show.
And that.
He might be on the show.
And
that. Gonna rewind it.
I love you, Zach Martin, but come on, man, jump on the grenade because
y'all. But let me ask you this though. But let me ask y'all this though. We talking about Zach Martin, but let me ask y'all this. What about the coaching staff that's too weak to say no? We don't care if you like it or not. you gonna play there in this game or not? What about the staff saying, okay, Zach, you don't want to play in? All right, we'll put Terrence Steele out there. What about the staff don't put their foot down? They're the coaches.
There's only been 2 coaches that was able to say that in the Dallas Cowboys franchise.
Why they bring Mike McCarthy there then?
Jimmy Johnson and
Bill Parcells.
Bill Parcells.
Them the only two that would say, hey, Zach Martin, I want you to play center. You know, they would have did it, you know, but you don't have those cojones with this particular coaching staff. I apologize, man, but that's just how it is. I seen some people angry and upset that I talked about Zach Martin. He's my guy, man.
Man, whatever.
But I'm just
stop worrying about somebody talking about some damn Ain't nobody worried about it. I'm talking about him. So what? So what? They talk about me. If it was me, guess what? They be talking about Big Game if they was like, Big Game ain't going there and playing, moving that space. Oh, man, Big Game ain't shit. Big Game, excuse my language, Big Game ain't nothing. He a soft. Big Game soft. You feel me? That's what they be saying about me every day going there fighting, want to go out there and do one for the team, especially for this game. So guess what? Zach Martin, you gonna get the business too, dog. I don't give a hell. You better get your butt out there and play right tackle this shit, man. Stop. You better stop. We trying to win. We trying to go Super Bowl. What we trying to do?
That's why I love Big E. I love Big
A. Big, you're absolutely correct. And this goes back to something I said before we drafted, because we could have drafted Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. We could have drafted a tackle, right? We could have created a natural sacrificial lamb for if any of our starting tackles got hurt or unfortunately suspended. We could have done that. But oh no, we didn't. The cheap free agency route when we could have drafted a good tackle, and there were some available. I'm not. Hey,
let me throw this at you. Then let me throw this at you. And Big Game James know it. You know, Connor Williams played left tackle in college. Is there a possible way that we can kick Connor McGovern at left guard and then just kick Connor Williams at that right tackle, so we don't have to worry about?
You know what? Well, you need to go ahead and pull up another tweet. You need to go and pull up another tweet that boss, and pull up that tweet where I said it's kind of weird how you have both regimes coming in here. You had Mark Colombo, you had the other guy that came over from Cincinnati, and then now you got Philbin over there, and not one of them even sniffed or even thought about putting him at tackle. You know why? Because he's gonna get murdered at tackle too. He gonna get murdered. Let's keep it real, dog. Let's just keep it real. No,
that's real.
Big, you on fire, man.
No, that's real, bro.
Right,
thank you,
right. We know it. We know it. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of weird.
No, I told you. I said this earlier. If anybody been peeping Big, Big has stepped up his content, bro. Big is going off lately. That's what I'm telling y'all. If you're not following this dude, you tripping. Straight up.
So Big Game James. So you mean to tell me you would rather have Terrence Steele over Connor McGovern at right tackle?
Yes.
I mean, here's my thing. Connor Williams, he get chewed alive, dog. Just chewed alive.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
He'll get chewed alive. So, you know what? If we're going to try anything, at least Terrence still got some big body on him. And at least he can, you know, he got long arms with him. And I know you ain't got to have the long arms, but you know what? Connor Williams need long arms. You feel me? He need long arms, especially him.
Rashawn Slater, they say he got short arms too. And
but John saying he's different. He different. Because this is all I got to say about Connor Williams. Everybody's saying I don't try to diss Connor Williams or nothing, but here's my thing. When they drafted Tyron Smith out at a tackle, they didn't draft anybody behind him, right? Because they said this our guy. Even when they got Leo Collins out, they was like, once they saw him at right tackle, we don't need to draft nobody at right tackle, right? Then until the injuries and whatever came. When Zach Martin came in at guard and he solidified himself his first year, did they draft anybody at guard? But what happened? When Connor Williams got drafted in the second round, the next year they drafted Connor McGovern in the third round for the same position.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big Game James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Big Game James.
It didn't really fit right there, but I just pushed it anyway. You know.
hey, right quick, DOC. I gotta ask you on this one.
Yeah.
What is Connor Williams good at? Go.
Connor Williams is good as a reach blocker. He's good at blocking zone concepts. He's decent at blocking man-to-man Those are his strengths. He's good on a short pass game, and he's adequate on releases to try to block second-level linebackers if he has a double team or if they're running a screen to the left side. Those are the things that Connor Williams excels at. And other than that, man, on everything else, he's serviceable. And I'm going to be fair about this, okay? I mean, Connor Williams has played in the NFL for, 3-4 years now, right? So he's not the worst offensive lineman in the NFL, all right? Okay, he's not. But he's just not upper echelon good as a starter. He's what you call a marginal starting guard. And so when you play around an all-world guy, when he played next to Frederick, now he's playing against Badiaz. Now he's played for all these years next to Tyron Smith, right? Well, here's the deal. You are highlighted as the weak link, and you get all of the stuff that flows downhill whenever you make a mistake. So he's a marginal NFL starter. He's not the worst guy out there, but he's just not really good. He ain't bad. He just ain't really good. And I think that's the issue that you have, and that's the issue that you probably will always have with Connor Williams, because you can lift all the weights, drink all the protein. I mean, you sacrifice quickness for size, or you sacrifice size for quickness, right? You get too big, he can't move. I mean, his body's only going to hold so much muscle. So at one junction of this season, it's kind of like, man, it is what it is. You put Connor McGovern over there to replace him, who's more of a power player. I'm in favor of that. That gives you more upside, gives you more power, helps you solve a lot of problems. Or either you just ride it out with this dude until he gets traded or signed somewhere else after the season.
Yeah, man, and because I'm gonna tell you something, I want to go back to this. If you want to have nightmares about that, go watch Big Game James video on Bosa.
He killing that rookie.
Man, listen. Killing that rookie. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
And they was putting him one-on-one too. Oh my gosh.
Bosa look top 3 game 1. No doubt. And what was scaring me big, did you notice this as you was doing that breakdown? You notice even on his pressures, he kept falling by their ankles?
Dog, he was right there like dang near every play like that. There was one play, right? He frustrated that offensive tackle so bad. You know when you get in the line so quick and the offensive lineman, he just falling everywhere. He tripped and fell and flipped over and rolled on top of his butt, and he just sat there just looked dumbfounded. And I just know he had that thought like, please get somebody else to help me with Bosa. He killing me, dog, because he was stressing him. You could see him. He was stressing him every single play.
Bosa looks
He's relentless,
good,
dog.
He's
relentless, dog.
Scary.
And what do you think he's gonna? And like I said, please, but see, this is what I'm worried about, OC and you guys. They're going to have to slide protection. Don't put this man one-on-one with them. But does that hurt our offense? Because now you're going to have to take an element away to help protect the side. Is that not right?
That's right.
Here's the thing. It depends on how Kellen Moore calls the offense, right? If you slide protect, right, Ezekiel, and I hate him being used as a 6 offensive lineman. Okay, let me go on record and say that. But I'm gonna say this: he's more than above average in terms of a pass protecting running back.
Right.
Run and knock the bejesus out of somebody on the backside if you got him in. Or if you have the tight end to that side and you roll Dak out, you have something called flood routes, right? So you got 2 or 3 route combinations you could run to one side of the field. The other thing you can do to slow a person like Bosa down is that you do 2 things, okay? You run right at him, number 1. You throw screens and draws his way.
Yes.
Okay, number 2. Number 3, you have 3-step drops where you get the ball out quick. That's how you deal with elite pass rushers. And so if Kellen Moore has that in his pot of gumbo, if you will, this week, we should be in good shape. Really and I said this last week, and we didn't do it. I hope that we take advantage of some double teams and some chips on Bosa to keep him honest, to slow him down, and go ahead and wear on him a little bit by running the football. If you run the football, Bosa is not 300 pounds. He's 268, 270 pounds. If you start welling on him, that's going to take a little bit of gas out of that tank, just enough to make him easier to deal with on third downs.
Facts, because I just broke them down today, game 1. Bro, Bosa versus the run versus Bosa versus the pass is like Superman versus Clark Kent. On when he get after the quarterback, he is Superman. Versus the run, he is Clark Kent.
Yeah.
So you right. Like, it's all about how Kelly Moore attacked him. And once again, people don't want to hear this. Vanilla is the answer.
Vanilla.
Yep.
It's
Break
the
that
answer.
down.
Well, where I say vanilla because people like what happened last week where Dak was throwing a lot. To me, that's what caused the moral victory. It's a lot of people that was happy, like, oh, we was close. But because it was an exciting loss. Now give me the vanilla win. Give me those running right at Bosa. Like he said, the screens, right? Slow the game down. Try to stay out of third and long as much as possible. Manageable third downs where you can open up the playbook and get that ball out and convert. Try to keep your quarterback from those 5 and 7-step drops, please.
But what you're talking about is the philosophy of scheme. You know, they said that Dak Prescott audibled out or cut out 28 to 29 run plays. When you look at the game, they was lined up in shotgun. So majority of those plays that he probably audibled out were in shotgun, a shotgun out of the run. And you just can't do that against formidable defensive fronts. You got to sometimes line up in power. You sometimes got to have the fullback in the backfield with Ezekiel Elliott. I would like to see Ezekiel Elliott run behind a fullback for once in a lifetime, right? But we just don't see that out of, dare I say, Kellen Moore's offense. And the thing is, we saw last game, if you guys watched the Washington team versus the Chargers, the Gibson kid had north of 80 yards running the ball. He averaged 4.5 yards per carry. So it's not like they got a juggernaut of a wall of a defense to stop the run. But the Cowboys, the running game, it's a patience game. It's a game where you might get 3 in a cloud of dust, and that's a good run. But then you keep getting 2, you keep getting 3. Then you look up, now you bust for a 15-yard, or now you bust a 10-yard run. But you got to be consistent with it, and you can't just be so willing to take the chunk plays with passing the ball. I digress.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you somebody else. Honestly, we not talking about enough. Herbert. Man, that dude.
Yeah, he's a problem.
God,
he's a problem.
Bro.
He's a problem.
Listen.
He's a problem.
Man, he good, bro. Like,
he's a problem.
They not talking about him enough because the balls that he was putting in place with Williams was not open. His ball placement, he is, and I'm just being honest, he is the next generation of quarterback. He is, bro. Like, he's going to be a problem. And if we not careful and we don't take them serious, they can get us. We got what's our plan to go at him? That's my question.
Well, pressure bust pipes, and I know one thing that I know we talked about it last game that we want to create pressure and from the interior, and we want our edge guys to eat. If we don't have, I think was it Big Game James, game changer, Randy Gregory on the field, then that may be an issue for us. Hopefully, Bradley and I, as well as Lawrence Armstrong, can step up against Rashawn Slater. But this is the game that D-Law must eat, coming off of that right side to put pressure and make Herbert step up inside the pocket so our big boys can collapse it and just knock him off his marker. But he had too much time last game.
Yeah, he had a lot of time, Law. Facts. He had a lot of time. But his ball placement was magical. I counted maybe 3 bad balls all game. You know what I mean? The interception, obviously. But other than that, man, he was throwing back shoulder, everything. I mean, he was putting that ball wherever he wanted it. You know what I mean? I think another thing, as I was scouting him, Their secondary nice. They secondary is nice. Now we go get them though. I ain't worried about that. We better, no doubt. But they, they pretty good. The only place that I think that we really should have our way, the right corner. Swiss cheese written all over him. He should be the number one target whoever lines up on him. Whether it's Cooper, whether it's CeeDee Lamb, or Cedric Wilson. Because I was watching him, he's slow-footed. He's not going to be able to keep up with our guys. For real. Like, I'm certain you got to attack the right corner. And I think you got to go after Nassar. You got to go after Nassar Adderley. Because he'll come up and then bang you, but he also a liability in coverage a little bit on the pro level. So I'm trying to see what would be the ways for us to attack the Chargers based on y'all scouting them.
Big Game can't hear, man. So just know.
He can't hear? Hold on real quick.
Yeah. He said he can't hear. Or his mic is out or something. But I'll carry you through on this one. I mean, so look, man, how you want to attack the Chargers is you want to do more of the same that you did versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually, I don't see a whole lot changing, except when this is a key wrinkle that you need to try to consistently do at least 5 to 7 times a quarter. You need to run the freaking football, and you need to line up in 21 personnel and keep them honest and make people have to come up and do what they don't want to do, which is tackle Ezekiel Elliott. All right. So this is what we want to do. So I think the biggest thing is that I don't think case to one or another. I think that the corners are young. Some of them have potential and upside. They also got an old corner out there. So I think you can attack these guys with whatever route you want, because we actually have the personnel that can beat them running routes. I think that's definitely true, but I think you got to mix in a commitment. Even if you only got 2 or 3 yards to pop, and then you pop a big one like Law's point earlier, you have to mix in the commitment to run the ball, because this is going to do 2 things. It's going to actually slow that pass rush. It's going to keep that defense more in even fronts where they're not blitzing our quarterback, who we just paid $160 million. Most importantly, and most people don't realize this, it limits the possessions for an explosive offense and a really, really good young quarterback. When you get deep in the fourth quarter, you're going to take a possession or 2 away from him if you just commit to attempt to run the ball.
Real quick, Big, come out and come back in. What we go do, let's go ahead and have our final words, all right? Because Big having technical difficulty. I want to make sure we get his final words in. So I'm going to start it off, all right? So my final word as we go into the Chargers. I think I'm seeing a pattern here, fellas, ladies, everybody that's listening. I think our politics are getting us, man. I think it's the politics, bro. And I'm going to be all the way 100 with you. I just did a video where I talked about the 9 lives of Anthony Brown and what does Dallas do about
that cat.
The pet cat.
Meow.
But let's think about it. Let's think about it. So, Anthony Brown and the 9 lives that he was given, because remember, he was benched. He was benched in 2017 versus the Chargers. 4 years later, they still rotating them after they benched him. All right? That cost us game 1. What else cost us? The politics of Zerline. That's politics, y'all. The fact that we had no competition in here during a competition period for a kicker while your kicker was coming off back surgery. But this is our guy. Why do we lose? Then going into the Chargers game, this is my final word. I have nothing to say after this. We just got to talking about likely Zach Martin giving the option of if he's going to play right tackle or not. We not the flies on the wall, but so we don't know if that's true. But if that's true, once again, politics killing us. Because Dak coming off an ankle and a shoulder injury need the best 5 to protect him, especially with a killer like Bosa getting ready to be nipping at his heels. I'm telling you, if you want to get afraid and have nightmares, go watch Big Game James film and break down on Bosa. His counter moves, his bend, his push, his pressures look like on another level. So my final word is this. We will never be the Dallas Cowboys that we can be unless we stop having preordained starters. We watched Kennedy get 6 interceptions in training camp and got 2 snaps. We not going to be the best we can be. We good, but we not going to be the best we can be, and we going to likely lose the big and close games. Just keeping it 100. But if we can turn that corner and put the best men out there in the best places like Zach Martin, right tackle, Kennedy, nickel, or outside, right? Get that kicker that's on the practice squad to actually have a kicking competition against Zerliner now. For him to earn his job. Then we might be in a place to really go on a run. That's my final word. Big, is you back? You back?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I heard all that. That was you ought to give yourself a perfect.
Hold on real quick. You know I will. Hold on real quick. Perfect. Hold on. Y'all was laughing. They couldn't hear it. Hear it up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That I love that. That's that old wicked. Well, I can't forget the damn game, but you know what it is.
Street Fighter.
Hey, Street Fighter. Yeah, you know. But that was just. I mean, I'm just gonna flow a little bit off of that, boss.
Yeah.
Just what you're saying. And my final word is this. Jay-Z had a song. I think it was his Reasonable Doubt album, and he had a song called "Politics as Usual."
Ooh.
He used to sing that part. Politics as usual. When you was talking about that, boss, that song came right in my brain instantly because that's what I started thinking as well. Because just you saying that, how they give Fossil like he's God, and I'm not hating on you, Fossil, but if they got Fossil like he God,
Yes.
Fossil had that reputation over all these other teams, so it's like he's God. He can do Fossil can do whatever he want to do because he a madman. He's a mad scientist. Well, I ain't seen the mad scientist right now. I seen a lot of mad goofiness going on, especially with that Zerliner thing. And just like you said, a dude coming off back surgery, and you got a guy that's booming kicks, and then you cut him, and for him to come back, and then he says in the paper, "Yeah, I let us down. I'll make those." Bruh, we've been talking about you, Zerline, for a grip, bro. Like, It's like you said, it's just a lot of things. You giving your right tackle, your right guard, I don't care if he's an all-pro option. You the coach. I didn't know the inmates run the asylum.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like they brought you over here because you was a winner. You won games and you was a veteran. So you should come over there and you should make the call, not Zach Martin. The coach should be making the call. Like, look, just like you said, Dak just came back from a big time injury. Did you watch that game with Bosa? How many times, like you said, boss, when he beat that tackle that he was grabbing at that offense, the quarterback's legs?
Yep.
A couple times he hit Fitzpatrick and he was falling like forward because he hit him in the back of his legs. And Dak just had the ankle injury. What if he hits him and he lands on the shoulder, dog? Like, I don't care. Like, you're gonna put that man in harm's way because you letting Zach Martin, he don't want to play. I don't care. That's just very frustrating to me. And it's going to me, that goes back to the same old Cowboys. We moved away from Garrett because of those same things. So we wanted to see a difference with Mike McCarthy. And guess what? It's rearing its ugly head. So I don't know if it's them Jones boys, because I heard Jerry Jones says Terrence Steele is going to be our starting tackle. I didn't hear Mike McCarthy name Terrence Steele the starting tackle. I heard Jerry Jones name Terrence Steele the starting tackle, and maybe that's why it's still the same old thing. And one last thing, if Dallas is trying to run the ball, Tyler Biadasz, you got to step up. The reason why Dallas maybe checked out of that or Dak checked out of them plays was because Tyler Biadasz gave up 5 pressures, 7 pressures, 5 hurries, 2 quarterback hits. You got to do better, Biadasz. You can't just be living off what you did last year because you only played half the year. People can't be crowning these players like they the next greatest thing since sliced bread. He still got a lot to prove. Thanks. And he got beat up that first game. And Dallas can't run the ball up the middle and do anything with Ezekiel Elliott when you giving up 7 pressures and 5 hurries and 2 quarterback hits. That's my final word. Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game, James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
It's a big thing for Boss Cap. I'm going to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. I ain't pushed my button all day. So I was due that. OC, what you got, bro? Hold on, and before you go, OC, let's just go ahead and get you one too. Let's go. Shoot.
The OC.
The OC.
At least she sound cute. She sound real cute. I like her.
All right, so you just got the bell. That means you got the final word. What you got? Final round.
Man, look, man, this is a hard follow. I mean, Big Game James took all the sauce and the seasoning and everything else. But you know what I'm gonna do?
You got that good dessert.
Hey, I'm gonna give you my 3 points like a good preacher and get on out of here. So look, here's the thing. This is what the Dallas Cowboys has to do. In terms of the offense, you have to get some type of pressure. In this game, guys, I don't care. We must get pressure the young quarterback. Okay, number 1. We must bracket Allen, number 2. He's going to be working around in that slide. You got to have one of those safeties with a big old eyeball on where that boy goes so that he doesn't get a whole bunch of run after the catch. All right, so you got to bracket him in terms of coverage. That's going to give you your best opportunity to win. And the third thing, you're going to have to commit to lining up in 21 personnel, 2 tight ends, at least 20 plays out of this game, and at least give me 20 to 24 run carries. I don't care who it is. Give me 20 to 24 run carries. That will keep balance. That will help Ezekiel get going. That will also settle down the pass rush. That will also limit at least 2 offensive possessions from the Chargers in case this is a close game late. Those are the keys to victory. That's what the Cowboys got to do to try to get out of here with a W.
Good stuff, man.
Bracket
coverage.
Bracket.
Bracket. I agree with everything all of the panel was saying, man. First and foremost, this is a coach's game right now. We always say it's 3 phases to a game: special teams, defense, and offense. But I say it's 4: coaching. Coaching got to step up in this particular game. We're playing against a young quarterback, not a seasoned vet. So he can get rattled, pressure bust pipes. I know that he's pretty good. But we still got pretty good guys on our side of the ball. So we got to get home early and often. You make this thing like that, then who knows? Interceptions will play a major role in this game. Think about this. There was a lot of plays last game close just like this, but Tom Brady is just Tom Brady. And, of course, he had the aficionados in his back pocket. Let's just remove all of that, Cowboy Nation, and figure this thing out, especially with our offense when we get into the red zone. I look at it like this. From week to week, you want to improve on something. And I want the Cowboys to improve on the red zone authority. Speak it into existence, right? So they should get down there and score, not play around with it and run the kicker out there. Oh, this other guy, the kicker, make some kicks. Because he said after the game, hey, 30-yarders, I don't practice those. And I said, boy, sugar, you need to be out there practicing that. You need to be hitting that. No. People in basketball still practice free throws. So this kicker, he better not miss the short one. Also, I love it when your back is against the wall. we're going to give Anthony Brown one more chance because he's going to be out there on the field according to politics, according to Jerry Wayne. You know, yeah, give him one more chance. So he got a right to change our mind. Yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, that's the only thing. We got to see. We're going to see him out there. Unfortunately, we don't want to see him out there. Unfortunately, he's going to be out there. So Anthony Brown, you going to have to do something out there. Don't boo-boo Brown this thing, Anthony. Get in front of the ball. Make the interception. Yeah.
That's what you're going to hear. That's what you're going to hear. A whole bunch of that.
Get him.
That's what you're going to hear. A whole bunch of that, okay? Just understand. That's what you're about to get.
Unfortunately.
That's what you're about to get.
I got one more guy that need to make some big plays. I'm looking for this matchup because I've seen a lot of Cowboy fans talking about Asante, not the singer, Samuel Jr. I need CD Lamb to get to cooking. I want him to be the game changer this weekend. I really want to see the young phenom line up, laced up against that guy. And I can't wait because we already know that they looking at it. We're going to put Chris Harris on our guy, Barbie Cooper. Now, I want to be singing when I do the play-by-play. Now behold the Lamb, the precious. I'm gonna be singing it because I want to see that Lamb get in there and do that thing that Big Game James was talking about. You know, I want to see him do that. I want to see him do all of that good stuff on their young DBs. Come on, let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go.
Ooh, let's go, man. Final word, man. Bubble boy, Lord Jesus Christ. Y'all say out there.
And now the final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The highs with the lows. That's like these days. World change, all he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, eh? The highs with the lows. That's like these days. World change, all he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, eh? Any day could have been dead. High school price on my head. Paranoid lying in my bed. Pray to God they don't turn my shirt cherry. I was lost, didn't know me. Introduced myself to codeine. 6 months was a dope fiend. Feel like didn't even know things. There was a low me. Swear to God it would've owed me. Everything you ever told me. Everything you ever showed me. I forgot it.